This is Lacy Robertson, the hardest working woman in mortgage and real estate nationwide, and I'm here to bring you this week's report of California companies that will be laying off workforce, where we received their notice between June 11th and June 19th. We've received and processed their notice between June 11th and June 19th. Now, if you're new to me, again, I'm Lacy Robertson, the hardest working woman in mortgage and real estate nationwide. I've been in the mortgage and real estate industry over 18 years. I'm super passionate about sharing this list with you each and every week because unfortunately, it was many, many years ago. I was in the process of purchasing a piece of property. I was super excited. I was getting ready to get the asset. The seller was getting ready to get the proceeds from the sale of their home. And I signed loan documents. I go back to work and I find out hours later that myself and 399 other people were getting laid off that day. No warning or anything. You can only imagine what was going on through my head. Okay. I was like, oh my gosh, I don't have a job. You can't fund this loan. I had to hurry up, contact my realtor at the time, contact my mortgage broker. I was like, I'm sorry, I don't have a job. I had to fax him the information. Yes, I said fax. This was a long time ago. Okay. So I had to fax him the information. And thankfully, I was able to unravel the transaction. But it was unfortunate. I didn't get my deposit back. I didn't get the money that I paid for an appraisal and home inspection. I didn't get any of those fees back. So the reason why I share this information, because it's twofold. What would you do differently if you thought there was a possibility that you might get laid off? Would you not go on that shopping spree? Would you not buy that new home or that new car? Like, what would you do differently? And then the second thing is, I want you to know that you don't have to lose your house just because you lost your job or you're facing a financial hardship. Okay. Life happens, but there's programs available for you. There's more temporary options like a forbearance plan or a repayment plan, but then there's more permanent options like a loan modification or refinance. I mean, there's a plethora of programs out there. And I'm the one that you need to call to help you avoid foreclosure, help you stay in your home if you want to stay in your home, help you consolidate your bills. I'm all things mortgage and real estate related. Okay. So it's twofold. I share this information about California companies that will be laying off workforce, a significant amount that is, where we received for this week, we received their notice between June 11th and June 19th. So I share this information to let you know that one, there are programs out there available. You don't have to lose your house just because you lost your job or you're facing a financial hardship, whether it's due to death, divorce, illness, injury, or layoff. And then I share the information because what would you do differently? Um, you would get your house in order, right? Maybe you would dust off your resume, kind of update it, send it out, see if there's any companies that are interested in your field of study. Would you start that new company? Go into a different career, go back to school? What would you do differently? So I'm all things trying to help you. And prayerfully, you will see value in this. You will like the video, you will comment, and you will share the information. Okay. So before I share the companies for this week, I want to let you know or give you a success story, right? Give you a success story of one of my clients, what I was able to help them achieve. They had a loss of income. You should be able to see my screen by now. They had a loss of income. Their previous mortgage payment was $3,768.05. You see that highlighted on the screen. That only included principal and interest. It was an ARM loan. It was only for, the interest rate was at 5.125, so it adjusted. It wasn't fixed, right? So they contacted me, they called me up and said, look, I've had a decrease in income. I need your help. I want to stay in my home. I says, yes, I'm the girl for you. And I was able to modify their mortgage payment, get it down to $3,163.89. But get this, that included principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. So I lowered their mortgage payment and included principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. And if you recall, just before I highlighted that their previous mortgage payment only included principal, interest, and it was a ARM loan. I also negotiated them a fixed rate at 4.875. Hello, if that's not a win, I don't know what is. So I was able to save them over $1,000 a month. and they were able to stay in their home. So these are things that I'm able to do for clients. So you need to make sure you pick up the phone and dial 714-914-7254 for all of your mortgage and real estate needs. Every last one of them, contact me. I am here to help you. So here we go. I promise you, I'm going to give you the list, right, of companies. I'm going to give you this list where the companies are in alphabetical order. I'm going to give you the date they're laying off, the company name, of course, how many they're laying off, and the location. Okay. If just bear with me. I have about 22 entries. Doesn't mean it's 22 different companies. Some of these companies have multiple offices. They're laying off on different days, but we'll get through this list as quickly as possible. And you may say, I don't need to hear the list. I already know that I've had a loss of income. Okay, I'm great. You don't need the list. Somebody else does or may need the list, but you can just go ahead and visit me at modifymenow.com, or better yet, pick up the phone and dial 714-914-7254. So let me get started. August 10th, Beacon Logistics is laying off 91 people at 6992 Orland High in Orland. You have August 15th, Charter Communications Customer Contact Center is laying off 430 people at 1260 South DuPont Avenue in Ontario. You have September 3rd, Coach USA is laying off 59 people at 7701 Wilbur Way in Sacramento. August 18th, Cushman and Wakefield, they're laying off several people at multiple offices. So listen up. August 18th, Cushman and Wakefield, they're laying off one person at 3640 Coleridge Avenue in Los Angeles. August 18th, Cushman and Wakefield's laying off one person at 900 Wilshire Boulevard in Los Angeles. August 18th, Cushman and Wakefield's laying off 22 people at 601 Townsend Street in San Francisco. And August 18th, Cushman and Wakefield's laying off 51 people at 345 Park Avenue in San Jose. And August 18th, Cushman and Wakefield's laying off one person at 10 Madden Boulevard in San Jose. August 11th, Del Monte Capital Meat Company, also known as Allen Brothers West Coast, is laying off 5 people at 165 Klamath Court in American Canyon. August 12th, Del Monte Capital Meat Company, also known as Brothers West Coast, is laying off 63 people at 1250 Whipple Road in Union City. August 16th, Ginkgo Bioworks Inc. is laying off 34 people at 5858 Horton Street, Suite 401 in Emeryville. On that same day, August 16th, Ginkgo Bioworks is laying off one person at 1440 Stanford Avenue in Emeryville. August 15th, Golden Gate University is laying off one person at 536 Mission Street in San Francisco. August 4th, North American Specialties Laminations, not the Bible, not the book of the Bible, Laminations. How about that? Is laying off 10 people at 2777 Loker Avenue West, Suite E in Carlsbad. You have August 17th, OTS Solutions, also known as On Time Staffing, is laying off 6 people at 1540 Francisco Street in Torrance. You have August 9th, Ryder is laying off 10 people at 288 Mayo Avenue in City of Industry. August 16th, Shadow Holdings, also known as Bright Innovation Labs, is laying off 3 people at 26455 Ruther Avenue in Santa Clarita. August 11th, Sino Television Inc. is laying off 6 people at 747 East Green Street, number 200 in Pasadena. August 12th, UPS is laying off 153 people at 3110 East Jarupa Street in Ontario. August 16th, Western Power Sports is laying off 2 people at 2855 South Elm Avenue, number 115 in Fresno. August 18th, West Rock is laying off 77 people at 2577 Research Drive in Corona. Last but not least, August 11th, Zones LLC is laying off 3 people at 13915 Cerritos Corporate Drive, Suite A in Cerritos. So those are that's the list, excuse me, of the California companies that will be laying off workforce where we received their notice and processed it between June 11th and June 19th. Now, remember, if you didn't hear your company on this list, you're going to want to check out the other videos, especially if you kind of have whispers or you're not sure if your company is laying off. Go back and listen to some of the other videos. I do the same thing. I drop a video every Monday at 5 a.m. Pacific Standard Time with the California companies that will be laying off workforce. Okay, so don't forget, for all your mortgage and real estate needs, I want you to visit me at modifymenow.com, or better yet, pick up the phone, dial right now, because help is not automatic. But you got to raise your hand. You got to reach out to me. Dial 714-914-7254. I'm Lacy Robertson, the hardest working woman in mortgage and real estate nationwide. I look forward to working with you and for you. And until then, have a blessed day.